Yo, this was so much fun, baby! I had to do that, folks. Folks, really, I can't wait to get into my review of the new film, Escape the Undertaker. Let's start that review, folks, right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today, I'm very excited to talk about this film. Today, we're going to be reviewing the film Escape the Undertaker, which is releasing on Netflix October 5th. Now, this is one of those interactive movies, which means you have to make decisions upon, what happens next in the film. So the last one I think I watched was like the Black Mirror one, but this one by all means is the best one I've seen, easily, and no bias. But yes, in these films you have to decide and pick the choices about the events that occur in the movie. So it could easily be as left or right, eat that, don't eat that, whatever it may be. But yes, this time, folks, we are covering a very, very simple battle of the power of positivity versus evil. You have the New Day versus the Undertaker. So folks, if you love pro wrestling, I know you're already excited, but if you're not, everyone knows the iconic Undertaker, and everybody should know the current best tag team in the entire world, the New Day. You knew these two clashing together was going to be interesting, and it delivered. It really delivered. It was so much fun. But talking about the filmmaking elements here, the plot was good, which I'll come back to in a second. The set location, the spooky mansion, was really interesting. I mean, if I didn't know no better, I would have thought the Undertaker really lived there. Like, if there wasn't, interviews and stuff out there with the Undertaker as Mark Calloway, then I would have like he clearly lives in this place for real. The cinematography was amazing. Some really good shots, especially some of the low light ones. The score really complimented everything complimented everything really good. And like overall, the production was just fantastic. And then the cast here, the Undertaker, who is the beacon of evil, versus the New Day, the power of positivity. Look, they had so much fun in filming this. You could just tell how much it is. Like the Undertaker, the legendary Undertaker, he's playing this really sinister behind the computer screen, more like a John Kramer mixed with Shang Tsung, who basically needs to feed the urn in order to keep its power. The urn feeds off of soul. It must consume souls. And then the New Day here, they want the urn because they feel like the urn could be used to elevate and boost the power of positivity and take things to the next level. So that brings good versus evil here. And while, they're a little bit reserved about this idea, I mean, the Undertaker's like, well, if I'm going to get, feed the urn because the urn likes to feed off of good and positive things, what better choice than the New Day here? So like, again, it's very simple plot, but so much fun because you can tell the New Day. I'm about 1,000% confident that they wrote all of their lines for this because it's so natural and it's so them. And then the Undertaker, again, who's playing like this sadistic, evil person behind the computer screen, putting them through trials and stuff in order to really be able to achieve his goal, and that's consuming their soul for the urn. So it's really cool, and I just had a lot of fun with it. So the runtime is about 30 minutes, but as I said, you never know how long it may take you depending on the choices that you make. But roughly it's just 30 minutes from beginning to end. And there's so many different choices you can make. Sometimes you can make 2, sometimes you can make 3. So there's no way you're going to get all of the outcomes in one go. So kick back, do it one time, go back, do it again. It's so much fun, and the different outcomes are definitely as I watched it 2 to 3 times, the different outcomes are totally worth it. But talking about this, yeah, it's very campy as you would expect, but it's super fun. And there's some really good feel-good moments in it as well. Like this one time where Big E picks up the WWE Championship and was like, yeah, I need one of these. And obviously we know Big E is currently the WWE Champion, so like it's really cool for that moment to kind of come full circle already. And I think too, when you think about just how charismatic the New Day are, this seems like a perfect fit for them. And then the Undertaker, who at times is just voice acting, so you hear his voice in the back. I think he has such a sinister, sadistic voice that he truly has a career in that going forward. But ultimately, cinematic matches, cinematic productions is his thing. And I think him playing the bad guy is so good. Even though he's so legendary and iconic, him playing the bad guy, you still got a lot of respect for that. I would also say too, seeing Paul Bearer, one of the best characters managers of all time. You know he had to be involved with this. Them using some footage of him from the past, and then there's pictures of him around. I can't help but to kind of get a little bit emotional because growing up being an Undertaker fan, you know, they were synonymous with each other, and that he's not here, it's kind of sad. But like, if he was here, you know exactly he would be part of this. And I like how they have him really embedded in all of this so that he still feels very, you know, relevant and present. And I love that. I really, really love that. Speaking of that, there's a interesting cameo here from Kane. Yeah, Glenn Jacobs. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. It's a very interesting one. You got to know something to know something in order to pick up on it. But yeah, there's some other like little, you know, WWE Easter eggs and stuff all within it. Footage and just things within the Spooky Mansion. So like, keep your eyes peeled for that. Other than that, let me see what else I want to add up on too. I think too that when you think about this meshing of cast, the New Day versus the Undertaker, it's such a happy yet fantastic fitting, considering that you have one of the best characters of all time in all professional wrestling, and then you have the greatest tag team and stable of this generation, who truly are an embodiment of themselves. So it's very natural to put these two together, good versus evil, and tell a story around it. And this story was fun. It truly was fun. And as the viewers, as us making the decisions here, it's just our goal to help them destroy the urn, because the urn is evil and it is consuming souls, and we don't want them to take our favorite tag team of all time. We don't want it to capture the New Day. So we have to make the right decisions in order for that not to happen. There's a very really epic final showdown between them. I thought it was really good, and again, I fully embrace cinematic matches with the Undertaker. This really is on par for him, and they had a really good scene towards the end that I like. And again, yes, it's campy, but again, it's fun. It's for all ages, and I think that the child in me loves it, the adult in me loves it, and I think everybody will, truly. And I don't know if I said this already, but I will just say it again just in case. They had so much fun in filming this. Like, you can just tell that the New Day creatives was all over this. Like, there's lines that only they could have wrote for themselves. There's no way anybody would have wrote some of the banter between them. And not, you know, that's just a sign of them having a good time in it. And then there's other like random funny scenes as well too, like the Undertaker eating a sandwich in one scene, which I was just like, what? It was so random, but like, cool. I could get with that. And I will say one thing. My only spoiler I'll give you is that the first choice you pick in saying that you're too scared is absolutely the choice you must make. You must make that choice in the beginning. It is hilarious what happens. I died after I picked that choice. It was so funny. But either way, you want to go through this a couple of times and experience all the outcomes, because it's just that much fun. It's a short watch and you're engaged the entire time. There is a lot of decisions to be made, and I feel like in the Black Mirror one, there wasn't many often, but this one definitely piles it on, keeps you invested, and just ultimately just fun. But folks, totally check out the new Netflix movie, Escape the Undertaker, coming out October 5th. Jump in the comments, folks. Let me know you're excited for this, and when you check it out, let me know your thoughts. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, folks. But until then, stay tuned for more reviews.